Hi, I'm Rhonda. Welcome to my YouTube channel here. I'm gonna do something different. This is a interview. This is Kat. Kat does my marketing for me, and we've known each other for a while. Remember when I met her? She was this free spirit. We were in Hot Springs, and we were on a motorcycle run together, and that's a whole nother part of my life that I can talk about later. But anyway, we hit it off and have been friends. And so when I started needing someone to do some marketing and design and stuff, then I knew where to go. And we've kind of been working together. And she had wanted to do some work with me and some coaching stuff, and never really clicked with us. And it was April, did we say 13th? April the 13th. And I was telling her about what I had kind of learned about manifesting and some things I've been working on about money, beliefs, and manifesting, and how I had this miraculous miracle of selling my commercial property. And so she began to ask me some questions, and we went from marketing call to a coaching call, and wanted to kind of come on here and talk about some of the miracles that happened from that meeting. And so I drug over the whiteboard and I was explaining this stuff, and then the light bulb went off with this girl, and an amazing thing that happened from that. I'm gonna let her kind of tell her part of that.
I'm going to try the best I can. That day has forever changed my life, and and I remember calling Rhonda many times after that day saying, I just can't make this up. I cannot make this up. And that's my new saying, I just can't make this up. So we're sitting in my new house, and I'm going to tell you what happened. We had that phone call. She drug out the whiteboard, and I'm a visual person. I'm not audio. You can tell me all day long how to do something, and it's just not gonna click. But if you show me on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper, I got it. So from that little session that we had about manifesting, and it's not just about manifesting and it being okay to have success, but it's also how you share that with other people. And because one of my core beliefs is God put me here to help others. So we had that discussion, and immediately I talked to my best friend. She goes, I said, I need a journal. I said, I need to start a journal so I can start writing these things down that I want in my life. So she actually went out that day, because I was at work on a Saturday. She went out that day. She purchased one for me. She gave it to me, and I started writing in it. And the first thing that I wrote about was what me and Rhonda talked about. So I was struggling with the fact that I have a business of my own, and I also work a full-time job. But on my business, I wanted it to be more successful so that we could buy a house, me and my husband. And the down payment just wasn't there. The money just wasn't there. And so I started this journal, and I wrote in it, not exactly the way she told me to, because we hadn't even really gotten that far into it, but I believed it. I believed it. So I started writing in this journal about how I'm going to buy a house this year, and I'm going to put I'm going to have $20,000 to put down on this house. It's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in Weatherford, where I live, with a big backyard and the 2-car garage, and I could be by my family. And then as far as my business, I'm a millionaire. I'm a successful marketeer, and I have all these clients, and that's how I'm going to get the money for this house.
Hold on to your seats.
Meanwhile, praying that whatever happens, I'm going to be able to help other people, because in my marketing, that's what I like to do. I like to help other people be successful.
Well, you had a limiting belief that you weren't really supposed to ask because it was selfish,
Yep.
or you were to pray for others
Yep.
and for God to use you and all of
Yep.
that. But you didn't really think that you could pray
No, I didn't believe
and
that
ask.
it was. So I'm in a program that I feel teaches me to not pray for things, like just pray for God's will in my life, not for $1 million, not for a house. You don't pray for those things. That's a no-no. And so, and that may not be what they're saying, but that's what I heard. So I've never prayed for things for me until now.
And that's not, I mean, if you want to go back to God and Scripture doesn't say that. It says, you know, whatever you want, ask for it, and you will receive. So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And this isn't a God sermon, just so y'all know, but this is how it happens, that belief. So, in that was it that Tuesday, I believe. It was on the 16th.
Mm-hmm. It was the next Tuesday.
It was the next Tuesday. I'm at work and I'm online and something happened and I thought, I'm just going to look at a house. So I will go online and I found a house in Weatherford, a 3-bedroom house. Exactly where we wanted, by family. And I sent it to my husband and then he said, well, see what you can do. And I sent it to the realtor and long story short, everything just fell in line. That wasn't the house, but the house the street over was the house. And it's even closer to family. So that day, I thought, you know what? This is a leap of faith. I own this house. And I'd been talking to Rhonda and she's starting to teach me how to talk, like how to think. My shirt is black. The sky is blue. I own a dog. I'm a homeowner. Like how to the
Right.
4 things. Like you have to confirm like 3 real things, and then the one thing you want. But you have to kind of mix it all together.
Yeah.
And I started doing that. And I'm a homeowner, and I own this house, and put in the paperwork.
And the money came.
And the money came. The next day, I started getting clients out of nowhere. I had a couple people call and they signed up with me. I started doing their marketing, and that was great. That was a start. But then it came down to, okay, well, here's the real numbers. Here's the real amount of money you're going to need to put down for this house. And it wasn't as much as I thought. It was $10,000. My mom and dad gave us $5,000 to put down towards it. And the rest was up to me. So I had shared this with Rhonda about, through the whole thing, everything that was going on. That weekend, we go to, it was a motorcycle.
We were on a motorcycle run.
Run. So we go to this lodge and we're all hanging out and we're talking about everything that's happening. And boom, I got the call. They accepted the offer on the house. They were going to pay $10,000 in closing. I just owed 10. And I'm like, okay, but now, I need to get this money. And while I'm there at this lodge, the lady that owns it calls me in her office and she hired me to do her marketing for 3 months. And she handed me a check for $2,400. And I'm just like, I'm halfway there. Can I tell them the part
What? If you want?
about you?
If you want. This is.
So apparently someone had been manifesting things as well about herself, and I'll let you tell that part of it.
I had, like I said, been doing a lot of work on my financial beliefs and sold my commercial property. And so one of the things that, through inspired action to sow a seed, was I heard that I needed to, you know, it's a specific number, 2612, that I needed to sow that amount to someone that needed it. And so I prayed about it, and man, clear as day, it's Kat. It's Kat. You know, she does all this stuff for me, and since we're friends, she tends to not charge me as much and all of this. So I sent her that amount of money, and that had happened before all this other happened.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting all confused because it all happened so fast.
Because, you know, I had closed on my commercial property, and and that was part of that. I'm going to sow this seed of 2612 to someone, and it just happened to be, and all of that was done before the stuff happened with her. So it's all in that realm of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes, what Kat did is she changed that one core belief that she couldn't ask for things. It was selfish. And she started asking. And she had the belief, because of her spiritual work that she's done, she tapped into that. And the universe just opened the doors. It seemed like every few days she's going, I got another marketing client. I got another marketing client. Oh my gosh, how am I going to do all this? I got these marketing clients. And it was just on and on. And the thing with the house, it was like, we were at this whatever. We were at the run, and they called her about the house.
And we all screamed, ah!
Yeah. And so, you know, and then what? How much longer was it? A month later, you're moving into this
30
house.
days to the day on the 16th. We
You
closed
moved
on
in
this
this
house and we moved in.
Right. And I think that the reason we kind of wanted to share this story is the timing was right. She was open and teachable, and I had the information she needed.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some other things that we've worked through since then. I teach from experience, what I'm learning or what I have learned. It's not that I'm a licensed professional counselor, which that helps. I have, 24 experience in counseling, but I've mentored a lot of people through the process, and that's what my program's about.
Although I don't pay her for her coaching, not yet, you've helped me through what seems like at the time such a small thing, but it's really huge. I have things like my people pleasing, or I'm not enough, and that was another piece of the whole puzzle. I didn't feel like I was worth doing all the work for the people. Like, am I good enough? Do I really know what I'm doing? Am I really a marketer? And so, I don't know. It's all come together. I highly recommend that you tap into what Rhonda has to offer. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and it's not a sales pitch. Like, I trust her, and I value her knowledge and her experience. So, thank you.
You're welcome. I've enjoyed the work we've done.
Yes.
So it's real rewarding for me to provide someone with insight. And all I drew on that board today is how, she runs her life on the conscious level,
Mm-hmm.
but the repeat patterns and her being stuck come from the subconscious, that unworthiness, those beliefs that she couldn't ask for stuff. And a lot of that is tapped into not feeling like you're worthy. And when you don't feel worthy, you aren't open to receive anything.
Mm-mm.
And she, took that and did the work. And, we check in quite regularly. I I'm not too good at technical stuff, and I know I can learn it. I've learned how to do a lot of things. I can learn how to do that. I just don't have the time, and she does such a great job with it. It's so wonderful, and so it's kind of been a complimentary thing of back and forth, and we wanted to do this video about the catalyst that happened in her life from working with me, and do it in the house that she so wanted but just didn't think she could ever have. I remember that day she said, well, I just need to manifest a down payment, and maybe I can have it by 2025 in December. And I said,
that's exactly what I wrote down.
No, you can have it now. Right now.
Wow.
You just change, stay in the present moment, ask in the present tense, and believe. And it happened so fast. You still get new clients.
I'm still getting new clients.
No.
And sometimes I wonder, I think I bit off more than I could chew, but it's all working out just fine.
It's great. And
it's perfect.
And some of that has freed you up to be you on purpose. Is that not right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
So if you are interested in what I do, you can check out my website. I have my workbooks for sale on there, but I'm also gonna do a coaching program that will start in the middle of July. It is open for enrollment. If you go on there, you can get all the information you want off of that. I will leave that connect in the comments below about how you can click on that and go to my webpage and check out my course. And I hope you have a great day, and remember, be you on purpose.